Okay, so now we're moving to section 3. And I think from my understanding, let me glance over this because I feel like section 3 was the section where they had the most things that they were going to get done. Yes, this is it. This is the section that they're going to be getting the most done out of this particular one. And this is about the general welfare. Okay, so and let me just read this to you. So this right here is going to emphasize the need to reassess the potentially reduce the expansive reach of federal programs, aiming for a more efficient and accountable system. For instance, it highlights the Department of Health and Services alone spent approximately 1 trillion in 2022, underscoring the magnitude of the federal involvement in welfare programs. Okay, so them saying that is just letting you know of what they're trying to cut. And again, this is a lot of code in here. So let's start with number 10. Okay, so this is Department of Agriculture. And they're not going to touch this. Okay, they're not going to touch the Department of Agriculture, and this is all about reducing the subsidies that they were given. Because remember those tariffs that he put on, he started giving them subsidies, empowering farmers to encourage them to localize decision-making, supports rural development, and advocates for voluntary conservation and sustainability programs. So that means that they're definitely not going to, do anything to uh, I feel like they're not going to do anything to reduce any money that there were those at that money that was given to them, those subsidies, but at the same time, not do anything like when it comes to um, our health with the food. Okay, so we have that. Now let's move to number 11. This is Department of Education. Yes, they are going to do something with the Department of Education, and I wrote on here something uh but there's something they're not going to accomplish. Okay, within this. So within this the Department of Education, it's all about school choice, federal overreach, and workforce training. Now, they're not going to completely dismantle the Department of Education of what I'm picking up, but they are going to make it substantially worse. Okay, and so the thing that they're going to focus on is mainly school choice. So out of the federal overreach, uh, they're not going to do anything with this. And this was, and I feel like it's more about they can't. Like I think there's maybe it just feels like they're not able to. They're not able to reform it with the federal overreach, but they are going to do something with school choice. So that means about they're going to promote that more with the homeschooling, charter schools, like anything like that, vouchers. They're going to push that more, and so that's what it feels like was going to happen. So let's go with Department of Energy. I'm not getting they're going to do anything with Department of Energy, and this is all about energy production, green energy reform, and streamlining regulation. And so I'm not getting that they're able to get anything done within this particular area. Okay, um, like I don't feel like they're going to like I just don't feel like they had enough time, or like I just feel like something is just going to just I'm just not feeling this is going to get done because there's a lot of things they could do within the Department of Energy, um, uh, more deregulations and things like that, because that's what they were talking about in this streamlining regulations. And I'm not getting if they're going to be able to simplify regulations for energy projects at all. Now, let's go to number 13. And this is all about the EPA. Now, this is all about deregulating things. All right. So they wanted to deregulate state empowerment and focus on innovation. All right. And so out of those three things, only two of them they will complete. And that is deregulation, state empowerment. So this is going to shift anything that the federal government is involved with of overseeing a lot of these businesses. What they're going to do is turn it over to the states. Okay, so that's what they're going to do with the EPA, and this will get done, and they will deregulate. So that is going to happen because they're saying that a lot of these things are too burdensome, and so they just want to, uh, yeah, just get rid of this stuff. So that is going to happen. All right. Department of Health and Human Services. This is going to happen too. Now, there's three sections in this because they said reduce and make it more efficient. There's three sections in here. They have health care reform, Medicare, Medicaid, and public health. Now, out of those three particular parts, only one of them is going to happen. And I believe I mentioned this before in another reading. I think it was like in I'm not sure, prediction, but you just look through my readings and you can see it there. So the only thing they're going to touch is health care reform because I was picking this up. They're going to change the ACA in a way that makes it that it doesn't function like it used to. Okay, like I don't feel like they get rid of it completely, but I just feel like there's something that's going to be done to it that is going to just make it just so dysfunctional. But if you have Medicare, Medicaid, it's a good thing that they're not going to touch that. It's just the ACA. Okay. All right. Now let's 15. Now let's go to 15. This is Department of Housing and Urban Development. So there's three things in here. They said they want to more affordable housing, homelessness, and deregulation. Okay, so this part is actually pretty scary because I'm getting this will be done. This will be implemented. Okay, so they're going to focus on the affordable housing, and again, this is all about things for their buddies. So they're going to privatize it. So that's what it looks like. They're going to start to privatize affordable housing. So it feels like if you're on Section 8, things like that, I feel like it's going to be more of a privatization of that. And then homelessness. They're going to put stricter policies in for being homeless so they can address the homelessness problem they feel around the country. I mean, it's a problem, but the way that they're trying to fix it, I feel like it's going to be horrendous. All right, so we do have that, and they're just going to make the situation worse at the at HUD. Okay, they're just going to make the situation completely worse than what it already was. Now let's move to number 16. Department of Interior. They are going to do something with this too. Okay. And this is all about the interior is just about the resources that we have within the country and the state control over the federal and it's about the state, it's about the federal control over what the states, about the interior of the states. And I feel like it's more about like all of the what are those things called? Those parks and things like that, like recreational parks and things like that. So that's what the Department of Interior is about. And then we have the energy development, conservation, and federal land ownership. Okay, and with this, we're getting. They want to expand access to federal lands for energy production. And so, what I am getting with this right here is that even though they touch this, I'm not getting that they're going to be able to get as much land or things like that they're trying to do. But if anything, I feel like they're going to try to turn it more over to the states. And so the states have more control over the federal lands and not the federal government, so that the states can try to give this land over, so they can, drill more oil and frack more and do things like that. Now, number 17, this is Department of Justice, the DOJ. I'm not getting that anything is going to be touched within here. So whatever, whoever is in there, I don't feel like they're going to be able to, because remember, from section 1, the whole thing is about streamlining everything. So everything is kind of like melded into one, melded into the presidency. He says what he wants, and then everybody else just does it. And I'm talking about even down to the people that were elected that are in the House. Like they want to just make sure that everybody there is in line. So, and this is all about restoring law and order, this is about combating violent crime and supporting law enforcement, civil rights, balancing. So we know what this means. So it's civil rights, balancing civil liberties with national security measures. So this is more about cracking down on other people who don't have their beliefs and reducing bureaucracy in there. Again, like I was saying, streamlining so that the DOJ is pretty much an arm of the White House and not working for the people. And it doesn't feel like that they will be able to do this. I feel like they're just not going to be able to do this. It just feels like this just does not get done. Trying, but not getting done. Now, number 18, Department of Labor and related agencies. Okay, so this is all about promoting how the government helps promote businesses. Okay, now this is what they are going to touch this. All right, and the part you're going to see, I think, is going to make you angry. So it's all about labor regulations, workforce training, in union reforms. So they're not able to reform any of the unions, or again, they don't care about workforce training. All right. It's more about the labor regulations. That's what they're going to do. And this is about scaling back labor laws seen as restrictive to businesses. And so this right here, they will do. Okay. So they're going to do something to scale back the labor laws in the country. Okay, so that is going to happen. Now, Department of Transportation, DOT. Now, this right here, they don't touch. And this is all about infrastructure, reducing red tape, technology innovations. This will be a good thing to do. And they don't touch it. They don't get this done at all. It seems like no one is even working on it. Now, number 20. This is very important. This is all out there for the veterans. Now, they are going to definitely touch this. Like I am getting, like this is definitely going to be touched. And this is all about healthcare access, accountability, and support programs. Okay. They're not going to do anything to help with finding support programs. But what they are going to do is they're going to privatize a lot of the care of the VA for the veterans. Okay, so especially when it comes to healthcare, it just feels like, because it says in here they want to expand options for private healthcare for veterans. So they're going to privatize. Okay, so they're going to privatize it. From my understanding, I believe the vets have some of the best healthcare out there. And so we already know what that means. Being privatized, it's going to probably get pretty bad, because I'm getting that they will make this particular department even worse than what it is. So we have that. I told you that out of that, there was a lot of that they're going to implement, but there are a lot of sections that they're not going to implement. Again, and with some things, again, like I was telling, like certain parts and pieces of it. So it's all about now just preparing for what's going to happen and what they're going to do. Now to the next section. I'm giving away a standard detailed reading to one lucky subscriber. How do you enter? Click the giveaway video linked below or in the related video section. Watch the video and the winner will be selected randomly. Let's grow this amazing community together. Thank you for watching. For the full video and more in-depth readings, visit our website at habitstarot.love. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and our newsletter. Link is in the description for exclusive updates and insights. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable content. Thank you and see you next time.